Hi, Amos here with an interesting pair of IEMs. Crinacle, another well-known reviewer online, contacted me and said that he has be releasing an IEM in collaboration with Fearless Audio, and this is the result apparently for a target price of 1.4k USD, so $1,400, and with 8 balanced armatures, although he said that it's not his ideal kind of IEMs setup, and 2 electrostatic drivers. That he has his tuning. He's put his tuning to a pair of IEMs, and I've got them here to unbox. So this I'm really keen to try out. I know Crinacle really loves the Sony IER Z1R, and he bought a pair, and I do too. I mean, if I was using IEMs a lot, I would actually consider buying a pair myself. But Fearless Audio, well, I've never had anything to do with them whatsoever. I don't know anything about them. I mean, there are all these IEM companies that have come out around the world, and a few in Singapore, and I just don't know anything about them. It's just not entirely my world. And I've done a few IEM reviews, but I'm way behind guys like Crinacle in knowledge and experience, admittedly. So this is interesting. User manual in the envelope. Fearless series IEMs. So we have a user manual. Do you need to know how to use in-ear monitors? Actually, it's really funny that there's a lot I didn't know when I first started getting into them. So they've got a left and right guide. So around the ear. And how to clean. So I generally, when I'm cleaning, tip them so that everything falls out. Interesting. So that's the user manual, and I suppose like some people who are new to IEMs do need instructions. So we have a serial number. So I think this may be a pre-production because it doesn't have a number on it, or initial production I should say. So this will be very interesting to try. This, I gather, must be a cleaning cloth. Does feel like it. Always wish I had a cleaning cloth this large for my glasses. Anyway, this is funky. Oh, talk about the shiny. Check this out. Just point towards the lights a bit. That's really pretty. It's almost like it has gold flakes in there, although they're not actually flakes. They do look like flakes. Shiny. We're going to go backwards. Sorry, I don't pull them out yet. We're going to go with the case, which has opened up on me. So we have what appears to be a leather case of sorts with a cleaning brush. Necessary thing to pick bits of earwax out, although if you keep your ears clean enough, you usually don't have to do that. Fair enough. It's like a kind of leather version of the round ones that things like Ultimate Ears used to have. Now we get the IEMs out. Dun 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 dun. With the cable hanging off. Let's see what have they provided us with. I think we can pop these out. And let me just make sure I get plenty of fingerprints on them for the video. Just kidding. I should do this with white gloves. I've got a pair, but I should do that, shouldn't I? They've got the light set up a bit differently today, so maybe they'll have to bend towards them a little bit. But shiny. Oh, it's got Crinacle's name on there. Yeah. He's legendary enough to have his name on his own IEMs. And there's a 2-pin connector, and we've got some kind of tips that look like fairly conventional ones, but they've got a green bottom on them. Maybe it's because there are different sizes of different colors. And we have, oh, it's a star shape. Although I have to disappoint Crinacle, one of them fell off. It ruined it. It fell out of place. We have this star-shaped web thing with musical notes embedded in there. Well, that's funky. It's 3D printed, obviously. I'll turn it upside down. Don't know if they're going to fall out if I do that. Well, that's a funky use of a 3D printer. Cool. Looks like we have the usual large. It looks like we have. These look like small bore that are on there now, and these are wide bore. I don't know. We'll find out how much they're affected by bore size. But these look. What do we have? And we have lots of armatures in there. So 2 electrostats, I gather. I like electrostat treble. Not everyone does. Oh, there are the electrostats. You can see the green. I don't know how well you can see in the camera. I can see clearly here. Always think when I'm watching on my iPhone, it always seems like it's not clear, and then I get into the video and it's clearer. But the long ones, you can see the kind of, yeah, you can see the long things in their electrostatic drive, or one of them. See, it's like a square plate with a circle on the end. That's a dead giveaway. And supposed to be 2 of those in there. Interesting. So there's got the Sonyon ones. There's a little crossover in there, I guess, and more drivers. I'm really keen to check these out. These would be really good. Now, cable. What do we have here? Plastic memory. Good. Means they're easily reshapeable. And a loosely knit cable of some description. So we have a kind of semi-unfancy but semi-fancy cable. It's got this nice grey, rubbery, and I guess non-noisy. Microphonic is not actually the correct word, non-noisy. Microphonics refer to things that happen in tubes, but anyway. There's a nice aluminium splitter. Oh, sorry, choke and splitter. There's the choke with Fearless on it. Does Crinacle get it? Crinacle doesn't get his name on the cable though, just the IEMs. So that's fancy. And a nice custom plug with Fearless audio on there, 3.5mm. I forgot to ask for a 4.4, but that's all right. I usually mostly test these things with a Hugo 2, and everything else is, well, I've probably got a 2-pin I can adapt somewhere. So, questions. Lots of drivers in there. What do you reckon? Now, I promised Crinacle I'd absolutely trash them. Just kidding. Everyone in Singapore just had a heart attack when I said that. No, you can't say anything bad about Crinacle. Absolutely forbidden. I'm not kidding. Be interesting. I'm really curious to know what his tuning is like. So, questions, comments, and thoughts. Please do add them, and I shall be reviewing these at some point. Also, thank you as usual to all my supporters who make it possible for me to review this stuff. If you'd like to see my impressions of these very shiny IEMs before everyone else, become a supporter. It doesn't cost much, and it helps me make videos, and you can get buying advice from me too. So otherwise, check out the links, and otherwise I'll see you online.